Kate, are you there?
I am here,
there
Jim.
You are.
Yeah, it's hard to see me maybe because of the fog and the
yeah.
low clouds out the windows behind me here in the next weather sphere, but you can see we've got some pretty dreary looking conditions out there, and as we go through the day, a lot to talk about, so I'm trying to break it down piece by piece for you here. Let's start off with what's happening right now, and we'll take you through the rest of the day and right into your Halloween on Friday, which is going to be a very blustery Halloween. If you have those Halloween decorations, those blow-ups, the ghosts, the witches in the front yard, make sure they are well secured and make sure your kids' costumes and masks and wigs are well secured as well tomorrow. We'll get there in just a moment. Let's start off with today. Today is rain, it's wind, coastal concerns, and also the risk for thunderstorms, even a marginal risk for severe weather today. So this morning, it's mainly about the rain. Pockets of steady rain filling in and just kind of lifting from south to north all morning, keeping the rain coming. We're looking at a good soaking, 1 to 3 inches. Some of the heavier downpours will come within the thunderstorm chances, which are kind of embedded in this line. It's off to the west for now. That comes through midday for us. So all morning is messy, and then it gets a little bit better as the afternoon progresses. So if you're getting dressed for the day right now, you want the waterproof rain boots, you want something with a hood, the umbrella, even though the winds could happen to turn it inside out if it's one of those flimsy umbrellas, and hey, maybe the witch hats, maybe a waterproof witch hat. Get in theme. We've got Halloween tomorrow and a lot of kids' school parties and things happening today, but not the best day to be outside, certainly. And you have to consider the leaves as well, because we've had a lot of leaves come down in the past week around Philadelphia and suburbs, and driving on wet leaves on the roads, that is slick. It is slippery. It's almost like driving on ice. You can lose control of your car very quickly. So if you see an area covered by wet leaves, slow down, try to go into where kind of cars maybe have left some divots for you to drive through, because that is a dangerous concern this time of the year, certainly. 7 o'clock this morning, right about now, again, we've got the rain mainly in the western suburbs, but filling in further to the south, and this is just going to keep on coming. This is 10 o'clock, pockets of heavy rain and maybe a few rumbles here starting at about 10 to 2. I think any line of rain that comes through could have embedded thunderstorms with it, and that means strong gusty winds as well. 11:30, we've got pockets of heavy rain across South Jersey, the shore points, right up into the Lehigh Valley and the Poconos, right up the northeast extension here, and more where that's coming from. Another line of heavy downpours will come through at about 2 o'clock, and then by 3 or 4, the worst of it starts to shift out of here, but it is still very windy. Winds briefly die down, so out ahead of the cold front, what we're going to feel today are winds coming in out of the east, and those are very strong. Tomorrow, the winds come in out of the west as this system exits. You can see around 5 or 6 o'clock, we're kind of transitioning. The storm's starting to exit. Winds become southerly and die down briefly, and then tonight into tomorrow morning, the back edge of this low starts to wrap through. Clouds redevelop tomorrow morning, and then the winds really pick up again. And while I do think we'll see some sun to finish our Halloween on Friday, it is going to be an incredibly windy day, very blustery for the kids out trick-or-treating. So storm timing impacts today. The morning commute right now, most impacted. Still moderate impacts through the lunch hour. It gets a little bit better for the evening commute, and then starting to dry out after about 8 o'clock tonight. But if you do have those blow-up pumpkins in the front yard, those holiday decorations, expect it may end up maybe down in your neighbor's yard. Winds today gusting to 30 miles an hour now, but by midday, even in the city, winds could gust as high as 40 miles per hour. So your Halloween preview for tomorrow, very windy for the trick-or-treaters, but a clearing sky. The high temperature is 60 degrees for your Halloween. And a quick look at your next weather 7-day forecast does show some improvement. Over the first weekend of November, it is more seasonable, low 60s. Remember to set those clocks back Saturday night into Sunday morning, and then a stretch of mild weather and sunshine early next week.